drive, windows half lit, maps are routed without a sound. Zoe said the road was faster, JINU kept the engine down. Miles past, signal fading, lines went blank on Mira screen. Streetlights thin to scatter markers, nothing matched the plan she'd seen. Questions rose and met the silence, every answer came up short. What felt minor minutes earlier turned the route into court. They took the long way off the schedule, closed the loop by closing calls. No hands raising, no shouting, just the quiet building walls. What you call a simple detour can become a cage in motion when direction holds the power and the truth is left unspoken. Car pulled in where lights were missing, door shuts off, the engine idled. Zoe held the phone for safety, JINU said it helped them all. Mira read the room in pieces, counted exits, counted time. Pressure sat without a bruise mark, control drawn without a line. A sound made where it shouldn't, headlights paused along the road. Plans that leaned on perfect timing started showing where they broke. The stop was called before it settled, keys turned back, the doors released. Not a winning, not a rescue, just a risk they couldn't keep. What was built on hidden choices couldn't stand the open night. Roots return when watched by strangers, and the wrong turns lose their eye. Mira stepped out, breathing steady, phone back warm inside her hand. Zoe drove with words unfinished, JINU faced the darkened land. No scars shown and no confession, only trust that didn't stay. Some lines break without collision when you take the long way away. So we asked for one quick take, said it helped the team align. Mira sang a guide unfinished, trusting timing, trusting signs. Files were sent without a question, names were changed along the way. What was meant to be a reference turned into a final say. No alarms and no corrections, just a label set in place. One small switch inside the system moved the weight onto her name. Playback broke out, the room went quiet. Something felt already there. Eyes went straight to Mira's corner as the flame filled up the air. So we spoke before the pause did, called a simple oversight. A guide became a verdict in the glare of studio lights. Decisions landed fast and final, cut the wrist, the call was made. Mira stepped out of formation, words ran out before she'd say. So we kept her mark in silence, held the place she planned to keep. One wrong file, one altered label, cost a spot she couldn't reap. Later on the logs were open, times and names refused to bend. Every change traced back passion, but the room felt different now. So we lost the keys to backstage when the truth showed how and how. No revenge and no confession, just a mark that wouldn't fade. One small change inside a system left a cost that stayed.
In crowded sidewalks, music loud along the street. JINU leaned so words were heard, so we nodded, standing close. Across the way, Rumi noticed only pieces of the scene. A gesture caught the wrong meaning, and in the space between the beats, thoughts move faster than the moment. Questions skip check for truth. A message passed with raised voices. No one waited for the proof. Pulled the group together, steps got quicker, tempers tight, so we backed into the shadows, trying not to feed the fight. Nothing landed, nothing, just the pressure closing in. A mistake built from a glance turned the night to something thin. Phones lit faces, whispers cross, fear rose higher than the sound. The line between us choose the day. Rumi faced the cost of rushing, saw how fast the moment bends. One decision nearly broke it until someone chose to stand. Sirens faded into traffic, neon dimmed along the coast. Not a win and not forgiveness, just the truth the night exposed. Misread signs can start a fire if no one stops to ask why. What saved her wasn't shouting louder,